Hey y'all, welcome back to Make It Dairy Free. I'm Larisha, and today we are bringing you another delicious pumpkin recipe. This time we're gonna be making pumpkin pasta. That's right, if you read this title, we are not going to be bringing you another sweet pumpkin recipe today. No worries if that's your thing, we will fill ourselves with plenty of pumpkin bread and cheesecake and pie all fall long. In fact, we have over a dozen pumpkin recipes already on our site that we will link in the description box below, but today we're moving to our savory side. Just a real quick note, if you do love savory, then we encourage you to head over to the site and check out our vegan pumpkin mac and cheese, which we also think you will love. But back to the pasta, we are going to be showing you how to make a vegan pumpkin pasta with lots of spinach and some delicious sun-dried tomatoes. This dish is so creamy, so delicious, and so flavorful, and it's a win-win because it only takes 30 minutes to make. You can keep this with just the pasta recipe that we're going to show you, or you could add things like vegan sausage or mushrooms to add even more protein to this dish if you want. This is a great meal any night of the week. However, it could also be an easy and simple main course offering for Thanksgiving this year. So let's get right into the recipe and show you just how easy it is to make. The first thing that we want to do is add our pasta to a pot of salted, boiling hot water. We are using fettuccine noodles, but feel free to use whatever pasta you have on hand. Cook that according to the package's al dente instructions, making sure to push all the noodles under the water and stir occasionally so they don't stick together. While that cooks, in a skillet, add some oil and we are going to saute some plant-based sausages. We are using the field roast apple sage flavor here. If you don't do meat alternatives, you can skip this step, or you can swap it with mushrooms or chickpeas or make some crispy tofu cubes or more. Feel free to get creative with this part. Cook according to the instructions, then remove and set aside. In the same skillet, we are melting down some butter to add richness and depth to the sauce, but you could swap this with vegetable stock if you're oil-free. Add in your onions and let them saute until soft, about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to add in our herbs. We are adding basil, thyme, and sage. Fresh is best here, but if you don't have fresh, you can do dried or mix and match with what you do have. Then we are going to add in our other spices: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, salt, pepper, and cayenne. Then give that a stir together so these flavors can start building early. Then add in your minced garlic and sun-dried tomatoes and stir together again. We are adding in sun-dried tomatoes in oil, but you could soak dried tomatoes in water if needed. Give that a stir together and let cook for a minute until the garlic is fragrant. Then we are going to be adding in our pureed pumpkin. The pumpkin here really helps to make this dish extra creamy, adds a hint of natural sweetness, and is a great way to get some veggies in. You can use canned pumpkin puree, or you can roast your own pumpkin and puree that before making this recipe. Then we are also going to be adding in some plant-based milk. We are using oat milk because it tends to be creamier than other dairy-free milks. However, you can use whatever dairy-free milk that you have on hand. We do advise that you not use anything flavored or sweetened. Give this a stir together very carefully until you have no big pieces of pumpkin remaining. It will probably take you 2 to 3 minutes to do this. Then let that cook for about 2 minutes more. It will thicken a bit more during this time. Then we are going to add in all of our spinach. We are using fresh spinach here, but you could use thawed frozen spinach that you squeeze the water out of if you need. Do roughly chop our spinach so that it's in smaller pieces, but that's optional. Then we are going to grate in some vegan Parmesan. This is a Violife brand, but you could use Follow Your Heart, Good Planet, or a homemade Parmesan recipe that we'll link below. Just a note, if using store-bought brands, you should taste them prior to making, as some contain higher salt content, so you may want to reduce the salt that we added in earlier. Also, add back in those cooked vegan sausage pieces or any other alternative protein source if adding, and stir together. Let that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then you're going to add in your cooked and drained pasta noodles. Take your time and really stir this together. Once you have everything stirred together well, you can adjust any seasonings, and also if you would like it to be a bit more saucy, you can add a splash or two more milk and then stir together again. That's it, time to get it on a plate and serve it up. Top with more vegan Parmesan cheese too. This is perfect with garlic bread, dinner rolls, or try our new Italian cheesy spiral rolls on the side. Just a quick note that you could do a variation of this dish with pureed sweet potatoes or butternut squash also. Thanks so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this savory spin on a pumpkin recipe. We'd love if you could give this video a like, comment down below with what pumpkin dish you want to see next, and subscribe if you aren't already. If you make this dish, make sure to share a photo on Instagram and tag us so that we can feature you. We hope that you have a great week, and remember to smile.